So hi, it's Jeff from JeffTV. How's it going? Something special today, here with my good friend Asbjorn. And as you can see in the background, Asbjorn is working on a very large project. And what are you building, Asbjorn?
I'm building a replica of a re-enactment. That's a Danish Viking ship. Actually, probably a fast trader.
A fast trader.
But as it always went in these areas, that did a bit of warring as well. So when they had fighting, it carried the fighters as well as the loot. So and that's basically what it's all about. I got really excited about the model up in Denmark when I was up there, and being the heritage what I am, being Danish as well, living in Australia, definitely want to do that, definitely. So this is probably the last hooray, but I definitely want to get this, build this Viking ship.
Hopefully not the last.
No.
Hopefully not the last hooray.
But definitely this project is huge.
It's huge.
The Viking ship itself is about nearly 2 meters or 6 foot bigger than the original, so that's just under 15 meter long, 3.4 meter wide, and it draws about 85 centimeter, what's about 850 mil in the modern measurements.
Yeah.
The big aim is to get a crew together. There will be fighting ready within the Jomsvikings group to send a whole lot of crew as well as the ship across to up to Denmark. So we go up there, do the big fighting, and visit the Viking sites up there. Very exciting for all of us, and it'll probably be interesting for the Danes to see an Australian Viking ship turning up on their fjords.
It'd be awesome.
Anyway, that's the aim. The way things are going, there's been a bit of a slowdown with the corona thing, but now things are sort of start getting up a bit more, and I expect about, hopefully within 6 months, we should be able to put it in the water. That will be a big day.
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome. We're going to
What
show.
are you reckon about that?
Well, it was brilliant. We're going to show some footage. I'll show some footage like of the ship, but I've just got a couple of questions. So, when did you start building?
It's a bit of a complex question because I had to have a place to build it first. So we built a factory, but I had to get all my plans organized and set up after a book out of Roskilde, the Viking Ship Museum.
Yeah.
That did a ecological experiment when they docked this one out, and I think they built it around 1984, 5, 6 or thereabout. They was doing all the experiments, small models, until they built the big one.
Yeah.
And then I got the measurements out of that, so okay, that's what I need. We got a site, got it set up. So I had to build it.
So you had to build this,
Yeah.
the whole shed
Exactly.
that we're in as well. So not only is he building the ship, he had to build the whole shed before he could even start building the ship.
So I'm not that much sort of a Viking that I did as I did in the old day. Build it on a front of a river or whatever.
Yeah, out in the open.
Weather, yeah, because weather is pretty crap sometimes.
Yeah,
So,
it's pretty hot
but
here.
this one here works, and as you will probably see a little later in this little conversation, the progress we are doing. Now we got first we have a problem with the corona, the 5 kilometer bubble.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to move more than.
It's 14 kilometer away from where I live, so
yeah,
bit of a problem.
we couldn't do that.
So now it's progressing, except now we've got a problem getting Oregon.
So that's the wood.
That's the wood, yeah.
For the strakes?
And I expect the strakes or the ribs, whatever
Yeah.
you like to call them.
Yeah.
Spanter in Danish. I'm very lucky to have a sawmill lying next to the site. So I just go over and say, okay, I need some 3-inch slabs.
Yeah.
So that just brings some slabs over, and I cut the ribs out of that, and away it goes. So, and that'll turn out to be a lot easier than I expected.
And you started building in February?
Around February.
And that was February last year, 2020.
Yeah, yeah,
and we're now
last
January
year, yeah.
21. But
So,
coronavirus slowed us down in the middle.
Yeah.
But
so now we are serious into it, and I got a couple of good guys helping me around, volunteers.
yeah,
So
who we've met, they're nice chaps.
yeah, so that will see some progress in it, and they are also the guys. They're actually earning their place and will go with us to Denmark as a.
And you're planning to go when to Denmark?
2022.
2022.
We'll probably send it up in May. It'll take about at least a month to get it up there.
Yeah.
Do some rehearsals. I got family in Jutland that will take care of it when I arrive up in Aarhus.
Oh, he's got a train going past.
Yeah, Aarhus in Denmark, and that's the big aim. That's to be at the battle and training with the Jomsvikings.
With the Jomsvikings. So let me just
the last. Just hang on.
Go on then. You say.
The last July, the last week of July.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is that's what we're looking at.
Yeah. So if I didn't explain it before, we're both members of a group, Jomsvikings, in Australia, who are part of a huge, like the Army of Jomsborg, which is like a massive Viking reenactment group throughout the world. We've got like groups in North America, South America, Europe, Australia. Yeah, I can't remember how many people. It's about 2,000, something like that, members altogether. And Asbjorn's, he's what it's called a Drengir. I'm a Drengir as well. And yeah, so he's decided he's building this ship. But we're in Australia, so I don't know if that came out at the beginning, but we're actually in Australia, and he's got to get it all the way to Denmark in 2022. So
and back again.
And back again, yeah. So it's going to take. He's got like a year and a half to finish it off, which I think is quite manageable, looking at the speed that you're working.
Yeah.
And then you've got. But once you get, you reckon, what time this year do you think you're going to finish it? Probably.
Well, there'll be winter time as we get into here. There'll be in July.
Yeah.
Yeah, expect July to put it in the water.
And then the crew's got to be trained up how to sail it, because it's a unique way of sailing with a Viking ship. Very different to a modern ship.
Yeah, I'm quite fortunate that I got friends in Denmark that got a replica as well, 6 foot shorter, but still the same thing.
Yeah.
And I've been taught by these guys how to handle, how to sail them, and how to expect especially when we turn. Go through the wind eye and get them around, and it's quite a different animal than a normal yacht, but interesting all the time. And we were part of a little experiment with TV2. That's a TV station up in Denmark. They want to see how actually this Viking ship progressed compared with a yacht's on modern time, fiberglass, and a wooden boat from I think around the mid 50s, 60s, so they're bad. Obviously, the latest technology was faster, and so was the 50-60 model yacht as well, but it wasn't that much faster.
It wasn't much difference.
No, it wasn't that much faster.
Yeah.
It was actually very impressive.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
Yeah, but I think to myself sort of a little bit more length, a little bit more sail.
Goes a bit faster.
Probably a bit more water length.
Yeah.
Give it a little bit more, so we will go up and give them a run for the money.
You
when
will,
we get up there.
because the longer the keel, the faster the boat can actually go. Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
Awesome. Well, we'll have a look around. We'll do some more.
Yeah.
We'll film around the boat now and just.
Go for it. I'll show you what's actually happening inside it.
Okay.
Stuff we take a pipe.
So you take that pipe, and that knocks the washer down. So there's a washer on here, and there's a nail coming through, which is a hole already through. And then you have to get a hammer, and you hold the hammer underneath. So if I hold the hammer, So you're peening the back of that nail over. And how many of these do you reckon you have to do on here? How many is it going to work out to? How many nails are you going to have?
Probably be around just under 1,000.
Just under
all up.
Just under 1,000. So because so if I just pull the camera back, you can see when you look here, all of these, every single one of them that holds all these, they're called strakes. So this is the book. And how do you pronounce this?
Skulderlev-træ.
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 And it's the raw
ear.
Raw ear. So that's the book that the ship, the reconstruction that Asbjorn is doing is built on. You can see in here, this is the rudder, or the steerboard, as they would have called it. And so you built yours during Corona. So, and that's it standing behind you?
Yep. What you will notice is normally they got a good slip on them, but in these times they did it different. They made it like an airplane.
Yeah, so it's like a wing.
The slip.
Yeah.
It was cutting.
Yeah.
And it's flat in the inner.
Yeah.
And curved to compensate for the side of the position of the side of the ship.
Yeah.
So it's curved like this, flat on the back. What's quite extraordinary, thinking about over 1,000 years ago with the technical part of it.
And it's shaped like a wing from over 1,000 years ago. Quite amazing.
And even the bottom, I reckon it's quite sexy little slip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where also on the airplane you see they got this little tip coming up.
Yeah, it's must be to where you've got the high speed water and the low speed water coming together, I imagine.
I don't know how long time it will survive, but it looks good now.
Yeah, you do. And that's exactly the same as the originals. And that's held on, so that's going to be held on to like a wooden boss that sticks out the side.
There'll be a boss coming out here.
Yeah.
What I actually call a tit.
All right.
No racist thought about that.
Yeah.
And this mark here, I just drill a hole through just to guide.
Yeah.
That would go through that, through the tip part of it.
Yeah. It's sort of,
into
so it's like a piece of, it's like a dome of wood that's going to go just there.
And straight into the rib that's going to be bigger in the back.
Yeah.
And you go into that, and then you tie it up.
And there's a rope that goes through there.
That's a rope that goes in there.
Yeah.
That you'll be able to hinge around.
Yeah. And of course, at the moment, this is actually the top. There are no planks in here yet.
Just to show the position.
But that's just so it knows where it's going to sit. So that's the rudder, or the steerboard, as it was called in the Viking Age. So this is a model that Asbjorn built. Built two apparently. Gives you a rough idea of what it's going to look like when it's finished with the rigging on here. That's that steerboard that we were talking about. What's the scale of this model, Asbjorn?
What's that?
What's the scale of this model?
8.5.
8.5. 8.5 to 1 is the scale.
Any measurement out of that, multiplied by 8.5 gives you full size.
Yeah.